there, welcome to my channel. This is Cusp of Beauty Tarot, and we are here to do another relationship cusp reading. And this one is going to be for, let's see, I'm up to Sagittarius, Capricorn, for December 2019, or whenever you are watching this is perfect. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm one of the few cusp relationship readers, I think. I haven't found many out there. I'm sure there's some, but I'm happy to do it. There's just, you know, not a lot of energy out there, not a lot of love out there for the cuspers. I'm a cusp myself, so I'm happy to do some cusp energy readings for you. And this one, again, is December 2019, and it is for Sagittarius, Capricorn. And let's get to it. Energies of your person, and we'll do a little bit of clarifying, and we'll take it from there. Please share if you feel inclined, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. I so appreciate the support of the channel. So I'm going to read these, the first round in the upright, and then clarify with, you know, whatever comes up. So you're in the energy of the Three of Wands right now during this period. You see your person as the Queen of Pentacles. You feel for them the King of Swords. Interesting. They're in the energy of the Six of Swords. They see you as the the Five of Swords, and they feel about you the Knight of Swords. So interesting, a lot of swords on their side so far. The mutual energy between the two of you right now in this period is the Four of Wands, which is a very nice, obviously, mutual interest in stability and relationship sort of vibe. This potential challenge for the two of you is a victory here, or who's paying attention? Somebody needs more attention in this scenario. Potential advice is the Page of Pentacles. So there needs to maybe be a beginning of a reach out or a beginning of an offer that does need to be made. Let's see. And the potential outcome is transformation and change and potential ending. So let's not get freaked out by death. Let's not. It's just kind of telling us what needs to change in order to move this along, or you know, whatever is needed here. And we're going to do a bunch of clarifying, you know, as well. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Wands and the Two of Cups. So there's definitely been a bit of a burden in this relationship. And I'm just going to take this one because I'm feeling it. And in this potential of who's giving, okay? Who's giving in this relationship? So is it an even give and take? Is someone carrying the burden? This is a little bit like my last reading. You know, so it's kind of that vibe. So that there's this connection. Four of Wands, Two of Cups. There's a connection. But let's question how healthy this is, or how healthy it's been, and what needs to happen in it, okay? You're in this vibe of the Three of Wands. So you're very realistically saying, I don't know if I should have my back to or face this relationship. Are there better things out there for me? You have an energy or a vibe of wanting to invest in something, but I think questioning what you've been putting in, truthfully. I think you're questioning that. You see your person as having the potential to be this nurturer, loving, creator person. You still feel that they could be a really good spouse. I mean, the Queen of Pentacles, we know, you know, is industrious. She's giving, loving, nurturing. She's the quintessential, you know, wife, mother, but also could be a business person. But so you see your person with so much potential. So why is it that you feel about your person the King of Swords? So you're feeling very clear about something. You're feeling like you're trying to divorce yourself from your emotions. Maybe you were overly emotional in the past about this. Maybe you felt that you got pulled into the overly emotional side. So, or maybe by nature you're a little more like this, and there's nothing negative about the King of Swords in the upright. He's just clear thinking, leans on logic, you know, does have control over his domain, and is very powerful. you're feeling this way towards your person. Like, I just want truth, clarity. I'm feeling fairly clear on what I'm thinking about this. Your person may be a little bit more, relationship based or emotional. I'm not sure. We're going to clarify. Your person is thinking that they want more calm. They may have felt, they want to move on to less troubled scenario when it comes to you or relationships. They see a path. They also might be traveling. I mean, granted, the person might be on travel or distance from you, but I can't say for sure. We're going to clarify, but they may be moving on to more peaceful waters if there has been a conflict in the past. And they do see that because they have this energy of seeing you as maybe overly strategic or overly logical, or maybe that you came in and wanted to, take something and leave. Like maybe you decided it wasn't worth putting in what you had been putting in, and that's why your back is facing things here. And they feel kind of hurt by that. They see you as this guy. And they feel like, oh gosh, I don't know. I mean, I just may need to kind of go into my calmer waters and just even, to them, maybe it was about a bit of win-lose. But they're not done yet, because the way they feel about it is they might want to rush in and say something. You might have somebody and during this time period that wants to rush in and gain clarity, or maybe they already said something abrupt or hurtful in this process, because they do have sword, sword, sword. I mean, they're not showing up with the real loving vibe. I mean, you're seeing them as the Queen of Pentacles, so they might have in the past, but if they feel hurt or resentful, they might have just completely turned into the you might be dealing with somebody who's like an Aquarius or a Gemini kind of person, who's like very, mental, logical, and, verbal. And sometimes they don't even realize it, but they're out with something, verbal, whether or not they mean to hurt, they could hurt. So much to the point where you're like, you know what, I'm pulling my resources together and I'm going to look at this from a more logical standpoint, because I might have felt too vulnerable in the past. Because look at this. I mean, the undercurrent is this has been a pretty important relationship for the both of you. There's just been this burden of who's giving more. Do you feel like you've been the one giving more and holding the burden? Did they? Do you both? Where did this go? Where did this combust? Because at some point the challenge was getting victory here. The challenge was analyzing, can we still get a victory here? And the advice was, maybe there's some lessons that still need to be learned. Yes, maybe somebody can make an offer, but I'm not feeling the safety. I'm not feeling the safety here that anybody would feel really like just comfortable coming out with an offer. Interestingly, your person, though, has this vibe of maybe I would just come rushing in sort of thing. But I think overall, the challenge is still, this advice is like somebody may need to learn a lesson, because the Page of Discs is about learning, about apprenticing, about the first steps of a new lesson and really getting that down. It could be coming forward with an opportunity or an offer. So maybe we'll just kind of clarify, does an offer need to be made or communication need to happen in order to gain back and work on this stability between each other? I feel there's just such an unevenness. And then the potential outcome is death. So something here absolutely does need to transform in order for this to move forward, if it's going to. Because I don't see this as an automatic, done, finito, this relationship is over. I do think that it's reached a critical point, though. Absolutely has reached a critical point. And that's your only major arcana in the whole spread, except for the Two of Cups is not a major. But to me, it's a major kind of soulmate connection vibe with the potential to go somewhere. You've felt to be a kindred spirit with this person. You have felt connected at the soul, and it has definitely kept you engaged to this point, even despite conflict. So why would you be potentially turning your back on the situation? Because I think that your past memories have been a little clouded lately. You're testing and questioning the original connection in this Two of Cups, Six of Cups. And, maybe something needs to be illuminated. Maybe there is something that is being held back. But you're wondering if you should turn your back or not to this, originally very innocent, very meaningful connection. You see your person as the Queen of Pentacles, who may be missing an opportunity to communicate. Maybe they're so focused on growing what they're growing, or their family or their children, or maybe they were so focused on something as she's so focused on the pentacle. Maybe she's focused on the material, that she got a little, your person, he or she, missed an opportunity to continue to keep up the communication and got to be a bit, walled up. King of Cups. Your person got walled up. You feel about them the King of Swords. Some things have gone down. You're trying to be strong, and drop the burden. Yeah, the burden is the undercurrent here. It's an infinite connection, which I always see in the Strength card and the Infinity sign. But some things have definitely gone down that have been creating havoc with the relationship. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. And, you're trying to get a logical view on this or follow your truth on this so you can drop the burden, clearly. They're in the Six of Swords energy of moving along, trying to move into something. Page of Wands, because they want to manifest and create something, create the beginning of something, and start over and gain victory. They see their way to victory and happiness, if they're even thinking about happiness, as starting something slightly new, taking a chance toward victory. I mean, we're just going to kind of come to find out, is that something completely new? Just give me one more card. Are they trying to find victory with Sagittarius, Capricorn, or elsewhere? I don't think you know. I think they're not telling you the complete truth right now. Not illuminated. They're not telling you the complete truth. They are hurt. I can say that. And they see you as the Five of Swords, like you're trying to get away with something. So I think they're projecting that back on you, or maybe authentically feel that way. They're seeing a reality of something. They're seeing the reality of a decision that either you made or they made. I think you made a judgment on them, turned your back in some way. They see that as cruel and maybe walking away from them. And they're seeing the reality of that. Now, are they going to walk away quietly? No, I don't think so, because they've got the Knight of Swords. Like they want to just say one last thing or come back in. They want to try to right the scales of this upended relationship for some reason, or speak their truth. I don't know if it's to really fix it or if they feel like they have one more thing to say. But I think they're in their head about it and they're analyzing it, and the rushing in vibe they have is maybe to six of discs, because there is this unevenness, and maybe they think there's a way to deal with that by speaking or talking one more time, or at least having their peace. The vibe between the two of you is Queen of Pentacles. And there's a defensive vibe, like you both would want greater stability here, but there's a defensive, protective vibe between the two of you. Defensive, like neither one wants to give in what it would take. So his arms are crossed. Both of you are kind of like a little bit protective of your own happiness right now. And that's why something needs to die off to recreate if anything's going to happen here. Obstacle being victory. There's an obstacle to having victory. One or both of you maybe have been trying to achieve your goals, and that maybe has taken one person off energy in this relationship and has made it uneven, or maybe it's just the obstacle straight up is achieving victory. So one or both of you is still in that feeling of regret and loss, trying to release it, but it's locking up this benevolent and, unconditional feeling of coming forward with a cup. I think you're both feeling a little bit of, distrust and, like a bit in gridlock. The advice would be somebody does need to come forward with at least a glimmer of an offer here. This person might want to rush in. I just don't know if it's going to be effective because, you know, there's secrets happening on the emotions. One or both of you is not revealing how you really feel because they're more concerned about winning and staying in control. You both may be. And why is this death card here as a potential outcome? Why is change and transformation needed? Again, somebody is being seen, or you both are mirroring each other, that somebody really just wanted to win. It was a win-lose situation. And there's a choice that needs to be made about whether or not there's going to be a continuation of this unconditional sharing and caring. Or is somebody just going to just stop fighting? So it's a stalemate. It's definitely a stalemate. Give me 2 cards for the undercurrent energy of this connection, of this burden. Building together and extending a new offer that might take time. So there's some potential here for rebuilding or just analyzing like what happened here. I do think so. But I think that it could take time, but a transformation would definitely need to happen. Let's take some Romance Angels cards to see what other core messages are. There's definitely a core relationship here, a love relationship. This was definitely a kindred spirit. I don't know if the lesson was learned. You're kind of trying to level out your emotions and not be too overly emotional in this scenario is what I'm seeing. Wow, reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning. I think that's this Knight of Swords. The person you're thinking about wants to rush in to say something. I don't know if it's going to lead to reconciliation because we still have separation. Time apart is on the horizon. So it's a real conflicting energy. And calling in your soulmate. So soulmates we know are for better or for worse for learning. They may not always be to stay. So this is to me just this big, you know, conundrum. Reconciliation after a period of separation. You are calling in your soulmate to kind of figure this out. I think you're both kind of maybe more in your dreams right now or more in your, you know, and maybe not in the 3D, but maybe in your subconscious, wondering what's going on. And when you're wondering or in some kind of a state of flux around this, your person feels it. Finances and career may be affecting it. Maybe one or both of you has been turned away, focusing on something to the point of exclusion of the other and not giving enough. So that may have been affecting this union, this relationship, and making it a burden for the one side, being the one more willing to give. I can't say if that was you or the other person. The challenge being the 6 of Wands could be that the challenge was somebody that was trying to succeed, move, be, you know, achieve, and have accolades and recognition in an area, as well as the challenge being able to succeed in this relationship. Can't say who that would be, but, you know, maybe it was a little bit of both of you. Maybe you're both on your own paths, your own journeys to success, and that kind of took away time from the relationship for some of you. Empress is a great vibe for this relationship because it's about birth and recreation, just like the Death card being at the bottom of the deck. In a positive way, there's an energy here, beautiful energy, to have the potential to create, and 3 is building number. 3 is a building number. So you're in the state of evaluating if you will do that with this person or if you are best served doing that first within yourself or in your own sphere or in your life, despite the connection. Yep, exactly. And the 7 of Earth is the 7 of Coins, and that's the evaluation card. Should I invest more where I am or not? I'm just going to take one more. Definitely evaluating what to create, where to manifest, but you are very powerful. The 7 of Earth is literally looking over at the Empress saying like, I don't know, should I? And let's just take one more. Patience. It's like the Temperance card. So maybe you're not to have the answer during December 2019, during this month. Maybe this is a time of reflection to figure this out. So have patience. Does it mean patience that this whole thing will come around? No, not necessarily. But there is this energy of building together, Three of Discs and the Knight of Pentacles. We know that takes time and patience. So maybe it is calling up to you to have a bit more patience, not be so abrupt. Yes, you can be King of Swords and use your logic. It's probably a very good idea to gain balance in this situation and have some patience to see what the resolution will be. But I think it's more of like this is a journey, and don't expect to come fast to a resolution. Have patience. See what bears out. Okay, so I hope this was useful in some way. Please let me know. Have a really great December. And if I'll be having more readings up before the end of the year anyway, so I won't wish you good holidays now. But thank you for being here and see you soon.